Okay, so now we've done several of the steps for the SAFA quantification procedure. We've loaded a sequence, loaded a gel file, defined lanes. So now the next step, according to the buttons, is to select an anchor lane. So to do this, you're going to click on anchor lane, and SAFA is going to ask you which lane you want to use. In general, you can just pick the middle lane. In this case, I'm going to click on the middle one, and you see it told me you selected lane 10 as your reference. If you had a strange smiling or frowning pattern on your gel, where, for example, the smile occurred in the first 3 lanes, and then the gel was pretty straight, you may want to select your reference lane at the asymptote of that smile. But in most cases, you're pretty safe picking a lane in the middle of the gel. The next step now, after assigning an anchor lane, is to align gels. But before I do that, I should do something that I'm supposed to do very regularly, which is save my progress. So here, I'm just going to say File, Save Dump, and this will allow me to create a .mat file. Say we'll call it example1.mat, which will save the progress so far, so that if for some reason SAFA were to crash or I were to make a mistake, I can always come back to this point by just saying load dump. So I'm going to go ahead and save that. Save. So the next step in the procedure is to do a gel alignment. In this case, I'm going to click Align Gel. This starts the gel assignment procedure in SAFA. Now, when you're going to align the gel, we're actually going to do a horizontal alignment. And so in this particular case, it's hard with this kind of resolution to see the frowning or smiling pattern in the gel. So by right-clicking into the window where I want to do a band assignment, I can zoom into that part. And you can see now, I can see much better the banding pattern. By clicking either 1 or 2, I can get the gel image to get darker or lighter. I can also hit C to go into a false color scale. So in this particular case, I am going to go ahead and draw a horizontal line that's going to tell SAFA this is the same band in the gel. So I'm going to start over here on the left side, and I'm going to follow this band across the gel, right through here. And I'm just going to keep following the same banding pattern. I may change the contrast a little bit, other way, just to be able to follow it better. There we go. I'm just drawing a red line. If you want to see, I can go back to a gray. I'm drawing a red line across, and then when I'm done, I'm gonna right-click to finish the line. So I'm happy with that. So I'm going to right-click to zoom out, and I'm going to do the same thing at the bottom of the gel. I'm going to pick another band that goes across, for example, this band here, and I'm just going to follow it across the gel image in this way, so as to define really for SAFA the banding pattern. And you'll see when we rectify the gel image that the total gel image will be corrected according to these lines. Right-click again to zoom out. I'm going to do the same thing at the top. I'm going to change the contrast level now to see the banding pattern better. I'm going to maybe switch to a color scale. And actually I don't like where I'm zoomed in. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit higher. And I'm going to pick this band right here. This requires a little bit more estimation, but I'm going to go ahead and follow this band across. You can see I'm doing this a little bit approximately. It's not essential to be 100% accurate in this procedure, but it is important to get the general trend, the general banding pattern across the gel. And then right-click. Okay, I'm going to zoom back out. I'm going to switch to grayscale, and then when I'm done, I'm going to type Z, and that is going to correct the gel image. You can see that the gel image has been corrected. And so now I've aligned my gel.